some more time based on this, which is hard to believe because like I said, I just feel so huge.
A lot of things were gently used, and what I found is a common theme throughout all the advice that mothers have told me is that
Hello friends, welcome to a current day in the life, kind of a little bit autumn style, of a pregnant woman, heavily pregnant, pregnant housewife, third trimester over here. I first wanted to take a moment to shout out and thank Inspired by Nikki, who sent me this gorgeous apron. She also sent me a few stationery items from her shop, which I will link down below. And I'm sure many of you are already subscribed to her channel, but if you happen not to be subscribed to her channel, I would highly recommend it. So I'm also going to link her channel down below because she makes some of the most aesthetically pleasing femininity as well as homemaking content. I wanted to say that now, as I approach the end of my pregnancy, I have been putting a lot of effort into keeping my house well maintained. It's a little bit difficult in terms of mobility, but I'm wiping down things that need to be cleaned. I am vacuuming every single day. I'm making sure that my bed is done perfectly every morning. And I'm also making sure that pretty much all of the laundry is done every single day. I'm also really trying hard to stick to a consistent beauty routine of getting ready every single day because we don't know what's going to happen or what surprises are in store for me over the next couple of weeks. And I just want my house as well as myself to be prepared.
All right, hello friends, only a couple more days, weeks, depending on when I edit this and this goes up, that my husband's mini-me is going to be here. And I laugh because every time we have an ultrasound, we haven't had that many ultrasounds this pregnancy because I want to limit those personally, but every time we have an ultrasound, I always feel as though the profile of our baby looks like my husband, so I joke with him often that baby boy is going to be a mini-me of him. So we will have to see. I wanted to give you a little bit of a pregnancy update, basically how I'm feeling. I feel absolutely huge. It could also just be the way that my body carries a baby, you know? I feel very puffed right now, very puffed, but still loving it, still loving the baby kicks. I feel him kick mostly all the time now, except for in the middle of the day, and it's kind of the middle of the day right now. And he's kind of stayed in the same position. He's in the right position right now, but he still needs to lower a little bit more to be ready for birth. So I think that we still have some more time based on this, which is hard to believe because like I said, I just feel so huge and I can't imagine my belly getting any bigger. Otherwise, like I showed you in the beginning of the video, every morning I'm really trying to stay on top of my housework and making sure that the house is in tip-top shape for when the baby comes here, because there's nothing worse than showing up to a dirty home when you feel physically not yourself. For example, after I give birth, I know for sure there will be the physical obstacles that I will deal with, and I would just want to be in a clean space. So for this section of the vlog, I'm going to take you around the house and I'm going to show you a couple things that have changed. Not much has changed in the nursery, so we're not really going to be here, but there are a couple other places that I haven't shown you in my house. And anyway, let's just get right into it. Oh yeah, and let me show you my bump. Let me just show you. You will see how large it is.
So first off, whenever I go into labor, my parents are going to come stay here, take care of our dogs. So I've been arranging their guest room, which used to be my husband's old office. I'll show you right now. Just a plain bed. As you can see, I still need to take down things from my husband's office. I'm adding a couple more pillows to this bed, and we have baby things everywhere. And there are plastic bags over them because I want to make sure they don't get too dusty. Then I set up this upstairs bathroom just with soap and stuff to set up this bathroom for when my parents come over and babysit the dogs, or if my mom happens to stay once in a while to help me. Every time I try to film, my dogs get into a fight. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been prepping many freezer meals, so I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so the top drawer are all freezer meals. Of course, I bought these too. But for example, I have like ravioli bake. I have these lactation muffins. I have a couple soups back there, some lasagna under here. Just the whole thing is packed with freezer meals. So this should last me 10 days, for example. And then afterward, I was thinking of buying some HelloFresh meals. Also tried that out and I didn't think I would like it, but I really like it. Not sponsored at all. But I think that would be a good way to ease back into cooking as I regain my strength and have a routine with the baby. And then over here, pardon the mess and pardon the water bottles. We just have a couple on hand for when people come over. I am going to make this like where I clean his bottles and everything, and I'm going to set this up with that changing pad that I showed you in the last vlog upstairs, the portable one, probably over here. And then I just ordered this really cheap manual breast pump. I do have my whole electric breast pumping kit and basically everything that you could possibly need for breastfeeding up here. But I heard from a couple people that they like their manual pump better. So since it was only pretty cheap, I decided to get one anyway and see how it goes. I am very invested in breastfeeding. Like I really, really want to do it, and I will be devastated if I cannot do it. So if you have any resources or anything of the sort, please let me know. I've been taking a couple online classes. I've tried to learn as much as possible, but of course, I don't know how things are going to turn out when we have our baby. So long story short, it's a big, very important goal of mine that I want to do. So any tips, leave them down below. Back to what I was going to show you. So this is like his whole cabinet of everything that he would need downstairs for food and like a couple medicine things in there and some bottles. I sterilized pretty much everything. The last thing that I have to sterilize is of course this, because I received it in the mail today. And funny story, I thought he was going to be a girl, so I purchased this a long time ago. But it's funny, I just decided not to buy a new one. And then as you can kind of see, of course I'm not going to keep this up there. For sure not going to. I've decided where it's going to go. And then over there, we have a bunch of different baby equipment things that will go on the main floor. My mom bought us a rocking chair that will maybe go there. Stay tuned.
I also have my nightstand all equipped. In here, more personal things. And in here, we have all our technology ready to go.
We have the bassinet here, which isn't going to go here. It's going to go closer to where I sleep. But another thing I wanted to say was that we got a lot of things off of Marketplace, some things secondhand, for example, and I was really impressed because a lot of things were gently used. And what I found is a common theme throughout all the advice that mothers have told me is that you don't always know what your baby's going to like, considering the fact that your baby could be picky. Like the lady who gave me this said that her baby absolutely hated it and ended up sleeping in something else, maybe just the crib or a pack and play. And I know a lot of people like to buy things totally new, so no judgment here if you are against buying things used, like absolutely no judgment coming from me. New things are wonderful. But if you are on the fence, right off places like Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, garage sales, those kinds of things, because I was so surprised at the quality of everything that I found. And lastly, I'm going to show you how I'm prepping my postpartum wardrobe, a couple of things that I took based off your suggestions, and I'm still building my breastfeeding postpartum wardrobe as I go. So over here, we have loose pants, and as I was trying to explain in the last video, I'm trying to stay away from black pants. I'm wearing black pants right now because they're black maternity pants and they're the only things that fit me. So I wanted to find some lighter color pants and material that the dog hair doesn't stick to. So I found these on Shein and Ardeen's and Gap. Very just cheap places just because I don't know if I'm going to like the clothing. And here's just my basket of belly wraps, support bands right now, a postpartum belly wrap. I have nursing bras, etc., sleep bras, and these are my maternity dresses, but a lot of them will also be good for breastfeeding. For example, this one and this one right here pops up, and I got two dresses like these with the buttons, and I sized up pretty much in everything because I want to have enough space, of course, to wear the belly wraps, and I'm still not going to be back to my regular size for several months. And then I got a bunch of these cheap tank tops. Like I was saying in my last vlog, they're not maternity tank tops with the clip down, but they're pretty cheap and very stretchy. The reason why I didn't get the maternity tank tops is because they come in packages, and a lot of them have the color black, which I I'm trying to steer away from, and I just want white ones. I have one pink one right here, and this is just a tracksuit thing. Also zips up, so it'll be easy to access. Instead of doing a caddy that goes above the toilet, because I don't know about you, but I find that it gets really dusty there, I was inspired by another YouTuber who did this behind her door. She had all her postpartum things in here.
To kind of show you a glimpse of what I was talking about in my last vlog, the entrance to the basement project. Can't really see it that well here. Let's see, can you see? Oh, there. So the stairs are in. It's a huge mess. My basement is very dusty, and unfortunately, because I am very pregnant right now, I can't clean the dust. It's obviously toxic for me, but also physically very difficult to do. So my husband tried to do it, and he said it was a very big job. I've just been sealed off the door to the basement so you can kind of see the dust coming out. But don't worry, the rest of this floor is not that dusty because I've maintained it and we sealed it off a little bit here. We are so fortunate that we have been able to hire people to come clean up the basement, just because if you've ever dealt with thick renovation dust, it is not pleasant. I have cleaned it up a lot of times myself because if you've been here for a long time, you know that we have gone through many different projects in several different homes. But I just can't do that right now. So hopefully that will be taken care of in the next couple of days. Okay, so I'm going to hang out with my husband, who has woken up now. I don't know what the plans are for the rest of the day, but I'm just trying to soak up all of this time to hang out with him, as well as my dogs, who are making a lot of sounds today because they are very excited.
So I had to cut that clip short because my dogs were hyper and playing with each other. I wanted to show you a couple clips from the rest of our day. First off, my husband's friends stopped by and gave us these yummy Italian pastries. We have sort of a little Italy in my city, so there are many Italian restaurants and bakeries, and everything is just so delicious. We decided to go computer shopping, and I wanted to thank my husband so much for getting me a new computer. It's going to make editing vlogs so much easier, and my birthday's coming up, so what a great, honestly, awesome gift for him to give me. Then after, we decided to stop by PetSmart because I want my dogs to have some treats before the baby gets here so that they don't feel neglected. We stopped by Boston Pizza, got some delicious pasta, and then played with the dogs for the rest of the day and just relaxed. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope that my next video I will be able to talk about being a new mom. So exciting. Follow me on Instagram. Like this video if you haven't yet because it helps grow the femininity revolution. Watch my other vlogs if you're itching for more of this kind of content, and sending you so much love. Bye-bye.